Hey everybody, it's Kevin here, WarGod60. Shout out to BCLT. How you guys doing today? Of course, another video of my CDs A to Z. Of course, we are still in the bees. And like I say, gotta be patient, guys. It's gonna be a long trip. Anyway, I just showed this. Of course, this was playing in the background. Of course, you never see anybody ever show this band's material. Legendary thrash band out of Brazil. Of course, you always hear Sepultura, but these guys are just as huge down there. But I think elsewhere, I don't really ever see anybody showing any of this. Of course, this came out in 2010 on AFM Records. Brazil's legendary thrash metal act is out there. And if you're a fan of Slayer, Exodus, or Testament, or Exodus, check out Corsus. This is called Discipline of Hate. Good album. So anyway, we'll start off into the bees. We're still into the bees. And we're going to start off with, or a continuation of bees. We're going to start off with Brainstorm. This is early Brainstorm. It is not like the Brainstorm of now. This is Hungry, and this came out actually first in 1997. This is a digipack, and it has a remastered and an original of this first Brainstorm. And then the second one, of course, this does not have Andy B. Frank on vocals. The next one is Brainstorm Unholy. This one originally released in, I believe it was 98. Yeah, 1998. Again, this is a digipack. Again, this has the remaster and it has the original. A little bit different, early Brainstorm compared to the Brainstorm of now. Still metal, but a little bit different. And then I believe this one, if I'm not mistaken, is the first one with Andy B. Frank, and this is called Medis Mortis, which came out in 2001 on Metal Blade Records. These guys are more power metal orientated when they change singers. Their early stuff is really strong. This one is very good for first one with Andy B. Frank, Medis Mortis. And then the follow-up to that was Soul Temptation, which was released in 2003 on Metal Blade. Good follow-up to Medis Mortis. I actually started to get into the band with Medis Mortis, and then I have been a fan ever since. Those two albums I showed prior to Medis Mortis came out later, as they were remastered later on, probably midway through the present day Brainstorm. Definitely, if you like power metal, definitely check these guys out. Then came, to me, I think, their best effort to date. I think their strongest effort. My favorite album from these guys came out in 2005, and Liquid Monster. I mean, this is all killer and no filler. To me, the best album they ever did. The last couple new ones are very good, but I don't think nothing really measures up quite as well as this one here. Liquid Monster. Very good album. I'd say if you're going to start out with Brainstorm, definitely start out with this one. And I think they kind of weren't as strong after that, but then came from 2008 on Metal Blade Records, which was Downburst. I don't think the songs on this are as strong as on Liquid Monster. It's just a departure from that a little bit, and I know those who are familiar with this album, I think probably say the same thing. Hard to measure up to Liquid Monster, but here's Downburst. And then of course came from 2009 on AFM Records was Memorial Roots Digipack. This has an embossed name here. And of course, like I say, this is a Digipack. A good album. Again, not as good as Liquid Monster, but a good album. And then came from 2011 on AFM on the Spur of the Moment. Again, this is an embossed name here, a Digipack. And to me, this is where they were starting to get back into like the Liquid Monster style. This is a very good album from 2014 on AFM Records again. And I'm talking about Fire Soul. Very good album. I would say probably my second or third favorite release from, maybe a third or fourth. I'd have to go Liquid Monster, Midas Mortis, and Soul Temptation. This would probably follow right behind those three. This is not an embossed on the front, but this is a Digipack as well. Fire Soul, very good album. Has a live CD in this one. So, and I'm trying to think of a bigger track on here. Might have been Fire Soul with title track, but very good album. And then their second to last newest release, also on AFM Records, another very good release from these guys, Scary Creatures. Also on AFM Records. This one I'm trying to think of. Must be Caressed by the Blackness, I believe, was one of the better songs on here. But again, a Digipack. Usually these digis are with extra bonus stuff, whether it's originals or whatever. This one has a DVD concert, and it is of Souls of Fire live in 2014 from Essen Turok in April 5th of 2014. And then of course the last Brainstorm, very good album. I don't have the CD, I just have the vinyl. But anyway, this is a very good CD as well. Up next is a band, US band, which was on the Auburn Records label. Produced by the one and only Bill Peters. If you don't know Bill Peters, he does a metal show every Friday nights. He's been doing it for 35 years on WJCU out of, I believe it's Cleveland Heights, Ohio. And talking about Breaker. Get Tough. This is a double CD set. I think these were originally released back in the middle 80s. Some of the Breaker material, but here's Breaker on Auburn Records. This one was released in 2000 on Auburn Records. Up next, this came out in 2002 on Now or Never Records, and I'm talking about a band called Brand New Sin. And this was a cutout, actually. A hole punched in it. And anyway, here's the inside. Kind of more hard rock in nature. But Brand New Sin. And then band out of Australia. This came out in 2002. This was a band called Black Steel and their album Destructor. Just some straightforward traditional metal, Australian style. Okay. Anyway, Black Steel out of Australia. Up next, I was living up in northern Minnesota from 2000 to about 2005, 2006. And I worked for this fishing resort on Lake of the Woods. If you've never been up into northern Minnesota or up to the Lake of the Woods, the biggest lake in Minnesota has 2.2 million acres of shoreline, so it's massive. But while I was up there, this resort I worked for, they had bands every weekend throughout the winter and into the summer. And this band was from Roseau, Minnesota. And a friend of mine that I go to concerts with, or had gone to concerts with throughout the years, who lives in Fargo, North Dakota, knew of this band. And I seen these guys play up there a couple of times, and this isn't the same band that is from Kentucky, but this is Black Stone Cherry and the album Rumor Mill. Now this is the only one they ever came out with. It was released in 2001. Just a great hard rock album. The guys are very talented, but they never went any farther than up there. So, but I'm not sure if you can ever see this. This is a very good album, very good CD. If you ever come across it, pick it up. One of the songs that I remember was Walk Away. Very good track. So it's a good hard rock from up in northern Minnesota called Black Stone Cherry. And then released in 2007, a band called Black Masquerade, and the album Holy and Bright. Just some straightforward heavy metal, and I'm trying to see what label they were on. Doesn't really say, but anyway, this came out in 2007. And here's some Black Masquerade. And then these guys, very good band. I haven't seen any new material from these guys in a while, but this one came out in 2000. Let's see here. Anyway, we'll go with this first. This one came out actually in 2008 on Sweet Poison Records. A band called Burning Black and Prisoners of Steel. Just some straightforward heavy metal again. You kind of see the theme of what I really kind of like a lot of. Good stuff. I'm not sure. I thought these guys were from. I think these guys are from Italy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, these guys are out of Italy. So very good album here. And then after that came probably to me, I think their best release that I have anyway. This came out in 2009 on the Limb label. If you're familiar with Limb, they're out of Germany. They put out basically more traditional metal, power metal, maybe some progressive power metal bands. And of course, this is Burning Black, Mechanical. Very good album, very strong. To me, I think their best effort they ever did. And again, this came out in 2009, band out of Italy. The last one I have from 2014 is Burning Black, Remission of Sin. Also out on Limb Music. Very good album. Italy has a really good history of good metal bands over there, especially throughout the 2000s to the present. And this is no exception here, Burning Black. And then a band out of Canada. I believe they are out of Montreal, and trying to see what year this one did come out. 2008. Band plays more progressive power metal. Very good stuff. The band is called Borealis, and their album World of Silence. I believe they have 5 albums out today. They just released a new one here last year, which is very good. Again, this is a World of Silence from 2008. And then there was from 2011 on the Lion label, some more Borealis with Fall from Grace. This is probably their best album. Just some good progressive power metal, like you say. Very good stuff, very melodic, vocally, very good musicianship on this. So anyway, a very good album from Borealis. The last one I have is from 2015, and this one is called Purgatory from Borealis. Stunning power metal from Canada, melodic, heavy, passionate, and dark. If you like Evergrey, Camelot, or Nocturnal Rites, you'll definitely like Borealis. Up next, In 2006, this is kind of an indie release. Band was called Battle Cry. If I am not mistaken, this actually came out in 2005. This is kind of like a white metal band. I don't know if you're familiar with white metal, the term. Kind of, I don't know, white supremacist metal, basically. I don't think it's that, but it's classified as this. I think it's Battle Cry. But anyway, this is their self-titled one. And then came from 2006, Keeper of the Light. I do believe these guys are more white metal. And then, of course, Swordspell put out what they call at the time was Red, White, Heavy. Arcane Collector Series for the initiated. This one is Battle Cry, Cry of the Warrior. And I have number 381 of 500. So there you have it, is some Battle Cry. Get down there to the last couple here, guys. And Epic Metal Band, very good band. I believe these guys are out of Greece. And talking about Battle Roar and Age of Chaos. Just some great epic metal. If you're not familiar with them, definitely go check them out. What I'll do is I'll leave a link below and we'll check it out. This was released on Black Lotus Records, 2005. Again, band is out of Greece. This is a digipack as well. And then this came out in 2008, To Death and Beyond from Battle Roar. Again, some great epic heavy metal. Some good stuff here. And then came from 2014, Blood of Legends. This is on Cruz del Sur Records. As was this last one, and the last two were on Cruz del Sur. So anyway, guys, here is some more bands, CDs I have from A to Z, the B's continuation. And so anyway, like I say, I'll leave some links below for you to check out some of these bands. And anyway, this is Kevin of War God 60. We'll see you next time on CDs A to Z. Take care, everybody.